your go-to spot for the best bite-sized book recaps that hit you right in the feels. If you're into romance with depth drama and just the right touch of spice, you're in for a treat today. We're diving into Flawless by Elsie Silver, a small-town cowboy romance that's packed with tension, charm, and characters you'll fall hard for. It's slow burn, it's swoony, and trust me, you're going to want to stay until the very end. If you love stories that feel like cozy nights and electric kisses, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a moment with us here on Bookshortz. Now let's ride into Chestnut Springs and unravel the messy, beautiful love story of Rhett and Summer. In the quiet hum of late-night stillness, when the world softens and hearts open, there's a kind of magic that slips through the cracks. The same kind of quiet magic that lives in small towns, wide skies, and unexpected second chances. That's what Flawless by Elsie Silver feels like. It's not just a cowboy romance. It's a slow dance between fear and hope. A rough-riding journey that begins with friction and finds its way to a love so raw it hums beneath the skin. Let's ride into Chestnut Springs, a town built on rodeo dreams and guarded hearts where legends are born in dust and glory, and where one scandal might ruin everything. Rhett Eaton is a name that echoes through the rodeo circuit, champion bull rider, untamed spirit, and the very definition of adrenaline chasing. He's the golden boy of Chestnut Springs and the face of Eaton Ranch. But one wrong comment to the press, one careless moment, and suddenly he's not just a hero, he's a headline. The kind that makes sponsors back away and reputations crack. To fix it, his management team hatches a plan. Enter Summer Hamilton, not a cowboy, not a rodeo queen. She's his agent's daughter. Sharp-spirited and completely unimpressed by Rhett's charm or chaos, she's tasked with babysitting him for the summer, making sure he stays out of trouble, keeps his head down, and saves what's left of his career. The catch: they have to live together under the same roof. No parties, no drinking, no women, no drama. It sounds simple, but nothing about Summer and Rhett is simple. From the start, their chemistry is like a wildfire. It simmers under teasing jabs and late-night glances. Rhett is all swagger and reckless grins. Summer is all rules and rolled eyes. She's used to cleaning up messes. He's used to making them, but the longer they're around each other, the more the lines blur. They aren't just roommates. There's something more, something electric and dangerous. Because Rhett might be untouchable in the arena, but with Summer, he's vulnerable and, Summer, who's built walls around herself for as long as she can remember, finds those walls cracking with every stolen moment. Elsie Silver doesn't just give us banter and heat, she gives us backstory, she gives us reasons. Summer isn't just the girl trying to tame the cowboy. She's a woman who's learned that love often comes with conditions, with distance, with fear. She's lived her life playing it safe, staying in the shadows of her father's powerful world, always watching, never diving in until Chestnut Springs, until she starts to realize that maybe she deserves more than safety. Maybe she deserves to be chosen. Rhett isn't just a wild card. He's a man who's carried the pressure of being perfect for so long. It's hard to breathe. The youngest of the Eaton boys, he's always had to prove himself, always had to show he could carry the family name and win while doing it. He's addicted to the rush of the rodeo, but terrified of the emptiness it leaves when the crowd goes home and Summer becomes the calm in his storm. The anchor he didn't know he needed. But love isn't easy for two people who've made a habit of running. And when the world starts to press in again, when the stakes get higher, when feelings become too real, there's only one question that matters. Will they run from it or toward it? Flawless is more than a love story. It's about finding yourself in places you never thought to look. In the laughter shared over midnight cereal, in the silence that says everything when words fall short, in the touch that heals and the kiss that promises. It's about family and the pressure it brings, about breaking cycles and choosing your own path, and it's about falling for someone who sees all your scars and doesn't flinch. This book feels like Sunday mornings and sun-warmed hayfields, like leaning into love even when it terrifies you. Elsie Silver paints the town of Chestnut Springs with such richness, you can almost hear the cattle lowing and the boots on gravel. She crafts characters that breathe and bleed and banter with such realism, you feel like you've known them forever. Summer is fierce and guarded and quietly longing. Rhett is loud and loyal and desperate for something real together. They're messy and magnetic, and when they fall, oh, they fall hard. There's a quiet scene in the middle of a storm, when Rhett looks at Summer. Not like she's a challenge, not like she's a job, but like she's home. And in that moment, you know this isn't a fling, it's a love that's going to burn down everything in its path and rebuild it from the ashes. There are moments in this book that ache, moments that soar, and moments that will have you grinning through your blush. The spice, yes, it's there, and it's exactly what it needs to be. Fiery, intimate, and emotional. But even more than that, it's the emotional intimacy that hooks you. The conversations under starlight, the jokes that turn into confessions, the walls that fall. By one Elsie Silver doesn't just give you a cowboy romance. She gives you a slow unraveling, a trust that is earned, not given, a love that is chosen, not stumbled into, and a reminder that sometimes the most reckless thing you can do is stay. By the end of the book, Rhett isn't just a rodeo star anymore. He's a man in love with the woman who saw through his defenses, with the life he never thought he'd want. And Summer isn't just her father's daughter. She's a woman who dared to want more, and reached for it. They fight, they mess up, they make mistakes, but they keep choosing each other. And isn't that what love really is? Not the perfect moments, but the imperfect ones. The decision to stay when it's hard, to hold on when everything says, "Let go, flawless," will leave you with a smile on your lips and a gallop in your heart. It's the kind of book you finish and immediately want to dive into again, just to feel those first sparks once more. It's sweet and sexy, but also sincere. It's cotton candy and bonfires, champagne and denim. It's the beginning of something special in the Chestnut Springs universe, and once you've read it, you'll be begging for more. So if you're ready to fall for a cowboy with a bruised heart and a woman who doesn't believe in fairy tales, if you're ready for chemistry that sizzles and banter that bites, for slow burn longing and heart-stopping heat, then step into this story. Let it carry you into a town where love rides in on horseback and leaves footprints in your soul, because sometimes the most flawless things are the ones that are a little rough around the edges. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link in description,